This thing works. This is a cheap tablet, so I'm not sure how this is going to work out, but we're here, I think. So, welcome back to the Elevator channel. It's been a while. It's been forever since I've streamed, so this is definitely interesting. Not an elevator today, though. All right. Well, we appear to be working. Let me know how this stream is if you guys joined in the comments. If not, and you're watching the replay afterwards, well, hope you guys enjoy as well. So yeah, I don't know how well this camera is going to pick up on everything we're doing today, but I'm going to try my best and see what I can do to try to make this a viewable experience for everybody. So I'd like to find something to put underneath there, because I don't think that's going to stay standing by itself, even though it is right now, presently. I don't think that'll last too long, so let me see if I can find some notebooks or something to rig this up here. Let's see. Ah, there we go. That might work. I have no idea if this is going to have enough battery to do the stream, but we're going to keep trying to get it going here, and hopefully things will work out. But yeah, so anyway though, for those of you that are watching afterwards, because I don't think we're going to probably get anybody this early in the morning, but you never know. So tell me where you're watching from, and yeah. And I'll try to keep an eye on the comments after the video, because I might get some people during the actual stream, but I won't be able to check your comments actively after I get this set up anyway, because I will be working on, obviously, the stream setup. Come on. They're just not going to cooperate. I would like to do ideally the computer up there and get my nice camera hooked up, but the problem with that is, of course, with us doing the stream setup, I'm going to have to unplug the computer at some point. This dang case is pissing me off. Sorry, guys, but this is really the truth of the matter right now. You know what? We're just going to turn this around, sit down like that, and if it doesn't get a good view, well, it is what it is. I tried. I'm frustrated with it. I would like to give you guys a better view, but, you know, unfortunately, the way things are with that whole setup, and the way that I have to do this, it's just going to have to be as good as it's going to get. Yeah, that's not as bad, I guess. Kind of looking up at me, but that's what we got to work with. So, basically, this mixer right here is a problem. It doesn't work anymore, so I'm waiting on a new mixer to come in. So basically, I'm gonna kind of just rig up something for the weekend. I tried another mixer that I had, but it's not the proper type to do what I need it to do. So naturally, as my life goes, you gotta just try to think of something else I can rig up. Because the other mixer that I have is this guy right over here, and it gives me fun noises when I try to use the USB to send stuff to the computer. It makes a ground loop, I think, because I'm running audio in here and out through a digital way, and I just don't feel inspired enough to try to figure out how else I can hook it up to my computer analog to analog, because that's just a pain. That's kind of why it's supposed to have digital, so it can send analog to, you know, digital and whatever, but it is what it is. It's a cheaper mixer, and hence the reason why I upgraded, because I was having these issues and I forgot about it. But yeah, I'm gonna see what I can do as far as this weekend is concerned, because I would ideally like to set this up just for the new mixer, but I know I need something to provide people with a stream for this weekend, so I've got to figure out what I can do. And so basically, I got to clear off most of this stuff to really kind of do it, because I need more space for my new audio console. So I need to either eliminate some monitors or something off this desk. So I don't know what I'm doing there. Either that, or I need to take the PC and put it somewhere, or just move maybe just the router over. But I don't know. And that's why you guys are going to come along with me. We're going to try to figure this out. I also need sound. I'm not sure how I'm doing that yet, because most of the way that I produced sound before was with the XLRs from the mixer. But if I was to use my other way older audio console, the thing with it is, of course, naturally, it uses 1/4 inch outlets. And I don't even know that it would fit up on the desk, even if I was to try to use this. Although, if it does, that means the other console probably no, it does. The other console probably won't have any problem fitting then, once I move the router, because that's probably what will get moved. It'll probably just get put over here or something. I can always run a long Ethernet if I have to this side, or even I can move the computer down here, and then even though the computer would be kind of trapped in, it wouldn't look as pretty as it does, I could maybe put the router on top or something like that. So I guess what we'll probably do is we'll just kind of reorganize the desk, and I might even hook in some jacks to this thing so we can try to use this Tascam. I don't really want to, but it's what I got. And let me show you guys what it looks like. Or I can use RCA, but my speakers don't have RCA. They've only got, at the best of times, they've got the 1/4 inch outputs. And these XLRs, unfortunately, can't be ran as outputs. They're only inputs. That's why it says mic /line inputs. It doesn't say /outputs. Wish it did, but it does not. All right. So anyway, guys, what we're going to do first is I'm going to make the computer sleep. Probably going to make most of this stuff sleep, honestly, because I can. The one thing that will be a problem now, though, is if I move this, and then I have to move all that down there, which is this big thing too. And I might be taking out that subwoofer, I don't know, because previously I had that set up for the fact that the old speakers I had didn't used to create as much bass, but these do feel like they create an adequate amount. It is nice to have an extra sub, but I don't feel like I need it, especially for a live stream case scenario. And then I had to control it with a separate output on the mixer, so I don't know. That might just be something that's an extra that I just eliminate to make some more space. So anyway, now that we're all powered off, I'm just gonna come up here and flip that switch. Now as you notice, it got darker, so I'm going to try to compensate with some light from this. I may try to plug you guys in somewhere too, if I can find a close enough outlet. Because I don't know how long this is going to take, and I'm going to try to ideally get this all completed before I go to work, but I don't know how that's going to work either. If at any point the stream does lose connection, I'll try to, re-continue it. But I can't make any guarantees. Let's see what this looks like. No, you guys can't see me well enough when I do that. I'm trying to think, guys, because I want to plug you guys in somewhere, but most of my plugs are like over here. That's nice. The stand collapsed itself, either over here or over on this, which is still up too high, as you guys can see. So, I don't know. Try to think, guys, because I'm not going to pull out extra stuff to do this. But what I may do is switch over to a laptop, but then I have to sign in through OBS and stuff, and that's kind of a pain. So, I don't know. I might just put you guys on the floor and see how long the battery goes, but I have a feeling it's not going to last very long if I keep going with everything. And I don't think this cable, well, it would reach. You know what? I'm just going to unplug then my monitor that goes to my camera, and we're going to try it. And we're going to see if we can plug you guys in down by the floor here. Oops. Sorry, I know that's lagging. I apologize because it's flipping around as I try to plug this cord in. Oops, that's the headphone port. I don't think you can plug juice into a headphone port. Sorry guys, I still haven't gotten used to this thing. It's an older Android tablet and I'm not used to the plugs on it and stuff. There we go. And where they're located at. Ooh, wait. Thought I had it plugged in the right way, but I guess I didn't. I think it sure goes in there far then, doesn't it? Oh, there it goes. Let's see. How are we doing charge-wise? Check your charger connection. I'll be darned. Come on. I don't care then. It's just gonna have to be good enough, and hopefully it'll charge. Because I don't know why it keeps saying check my charger connection. It's all the way connected, I think. So we'll see if it still charges. I think it should still. Let's see. Yeah, it says that it's connected, so we'll see if it keeps going, guys. I don't know why it's telling me that, but I've got the same cable it came with and its same charging brick, so if it doesn't cooperate, I don't know what the problem is. So anyway, here we go. Let's see what happens with this and what happens with my setup. So we're going to try to get going though, so we don't waste any time and so we don't also run out of power. First of all, iPad. This is going to be eliminated because with my old mixer, I had to control it all through Apple software on the iPad. Well, not through necessarily Apple software, but through software of some sort. That is not necessary for this new board, even though I can do it. I don't know how much I will be doing it because I like controlling things physically. There's just something nice about having actual sliders. Because that's one thing I've learned over time. Anyway, so now we're going to start actually taking things off, unplugging things, yada, yada, yada. So, and what I want to do this time, I want to be thinking about space. And specifically how I can improve that and make this setup look good. To have to unplug these. And I do have to go back here and fix some this plug-in anyway for this power bar because it came off earlier when I went to unplug something. And actually, I might be able to even do that right now. Let me see if I can. If I can fit a screwdriver back there, I might try it. Let's see, is this charging up or not? Okay, we're sitting still right at 70, so maybe I'll at least maintain the battery, even if it won't take me much above it. Oops. Yes, this fell out of the wall earlier when I went to unplug something from it, which is super nice. I always love when your stuff gets covered in a big layer of drywall dust. I don't know if this is going to stay in here, but I'm going to try to. Oh, it sounds like it's going into stud, so I don't know why it came out. Nope. It's starting to fall out again. I'm going to have to probably see if I can get an anchor in there then. But right now we're going to start removing stuff. So you probably noticed a ton of drywall dust. Never mind that though, because I'm going to fix it. I just wasn't aware that there was even a problem until things started going haywire with it. So initially it was supposed to be going into a stud, but for some reason it decided no. So, you know, that's always productive. So yes, I am able to do this pretty fast by this point. I've gotten pretty used to updating things, changing things around, whatever, by now, so I've just gotten pretty good at this stuff. Plug all these. Pretty much every lead is going to come undone. All right. So now this makes it really easy to just start pulling stuff off. And I'm going to have a very specific way of putting things back up here to hopefully help out with management of these things. This is a USB wire that goes to the camera that I was talking about earlier. If only there was a way for me to plug that into you guys and have this appear on the stream, but I know realistically that's not a realistic expectation. So, yeah. Or maybe I'll just find a way to hook it into the PC. That actually might be a better idea, because then I can keep most of my other cables up here with my other speakers. And that way when it just gets here, I can just kind of unplug it and take it off. I need to make sure that these will still run with XLR and other cable, though, whatever you call it, XLR and 1/4 inch at the same time. Because I can just plug them into the PC, and because I think I'm just going to stream with me without even out an audio board. That might be the easiest route around it, and then I can just worry about making this setup look pretty for once I get the soundboard in. So let's go ahead and scoot this forward. Alright, so I have decided that I'm going to take the subwoofer out just to make this easier, and also that way I don't have to like figure out another a whole other thing for a separate channel, which won't be that beneficial, truthfully, in retrospect, looking at it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this audio board back over here, because I don't even have nearly any of the cords out for it. And I feel like it'll just be more of a hassle to set all that up versus just trying to do the 1/4 inch to 3.5, because I actually have a cable right over here and I just didn't think about it earlier. I don't know if it's got enough separation, although nope, it's got a very short connection, so that might be a little bit of an issue, but we'll come to that bump in the road once we get there, I guess. Maybe I can figure out a way, or I can run them to a splitter and whack them into the computer or something. I don't know. Maybe I even have something in the cords that I was set with the speakers. Let's see. Oh, this might work. I don't know if it's long enough, but I'd certainly imagine, though, that they send you long enough cables to go to your equipment. This is a PC cable. I didn't even notice that the unit came with when I got it because I wasn't hooking it directly into my PC originally. Oh yeah, that's better. I don't know if I'm going to have enough to reach to a computer, but as you can see though, once I bring it into view, there's good separation between those two. See? Left and right. Or as they call it, tip and ring. I think they meant for you to connect this to an audio console and then whack it into your thing, but still works. Does what I need it to. And this is one of the things I'm trying to fix too, with all this changing around, is all this cable management, because it looks absolutely atrocious. So, basically our goal though is just to get all this off. And work this. Come on. Alright. I need to. And no, I don't just yank stuff out by the plug either. I come up here and actually pull it out properly, so that's why I wasn't sure why it actually detached from the wall, but like I said, it's probably just weak or whatever. This is what it is. I'm going to have to fix it now. There's this guy. And I'm going to try to unhook the router last because I know I'm going to lose you guys probably when I do that. Unless I can figure out a way to somehow transport it, but I don't think I can. With the way that this is hooked up, unless I manage to somehow scoot the UPS while it's plugged in and the Ethernet. So I don't know how I'm going to do that, but maybe I can figure out a way. Either that or leave this over here and somehow run it over to the PC and stuff. But I don't really want to take the cheating way here because I want to get this set up where it's really nice and we don't have a bunch of problems, you know? I can find some sort of audio extender too in my stuff to help me with the computer audio, but we'll figure it out. I'll get it one way or another. That's going to the PC along with a lot of these other wires. So I guess let's unhook the PC next because that's what the majority of these wires that are left are. Alright, there we go. All the PC wires are undone, so I can just simply, except for power, simply take that up and undo it. And this is one of the big things where I'll have to figure out where this goes because it's pretty big in size. So I'm not quite sure how I'm doing that yet. I do have a long HDMI. If I can get enough long HDMIs going down, I might be able to even run this under the desk, which would be nice, but I don't know if I've got enough that'll go under there. We'll talk about it though, because maybe that's an option as well. I can hide away most of my stuff. Mother chicken. That hurt. I stepped directly on an XLR and it rolled my foot. It was very painful. Excuse me. So maybe, guys, I do have a little bit of Ethernet leeway. Maybe I can manage to make this work somehow. So it doesn't have that much leeway. So maybe I can get it over somehow. And that one goes here, I think, to the TV. So that's not that necessary to get down. This is, though. Oh, wait, what is that actually? Oh, that's the one that goes over the other monitor. We can do that pretty easy. It's gonna probably knock that webcam, but that's okay because we don't need that up there anyway. Because this doesn't work. This thing sucks. It's just not quite workable for my setup because it keeps dropping in and out. It's, I think, just the crappiness and cheapness of the webcam. It really is a cheap one, so super cheap on Amazon. I'm not going to say the brand name of it because it's terrible. Alright. I don't even deserve that much. Alright. So, look at how long this cable is. And I got another one that's kind of long too. So if I can get both TVs running off those cables, I might be able to run underneath. Oh, that light just came unplugged. That's alright, we can fix that later. That one kind of comes unplugged quite a bit when I'm running cables back and forth. See how long this one is? And I can probably just run it right under the desk if I've got enough other ways of running other cables. Because the main thing is I don't have to worry about my USBs because I can run a extension cable for the USBs up to the top of the desk. The main thing I've got to worry about is, will my monitor cables reach down here? The rest I can figure out. Ethernets, that's not a big deal. All that stuff, no big deal. But yes, big deal on running those other things like monitors. And if I do that, which I'm going to find out soon here if that's possible, if I do that, I'm going to set up the subwoofer underneath there, because then why not? I got plenty of space on top of the countertop without this or the router up there. Those are my bigger items. So let's find out. So basically the best way I can do this is to take the HDMI lead out of here and put in my other HDMI that I got online that I actually haven't opened yet. So we're going to check that out. Because initially my desktop was going to be back there and the cable was long enough, and this for certainly is for that. And I've got one of my drawers here. Oh, this one. Yep, that's the box. This is one of the website's own cables. You obviously know which website I'm talking about. I'm not going to keep saying it over and over because it's not a sponsored video. Alright. So, I don't have a box cutter, so I'm going to use a pen. I know it's going to sound stupid, but whatever works, right? Okay. You know what? Let's go. For me, let's rip that open. Oh, that's a pretty hefty cable. That thing. That's a pretty hefty cable. Alright. So yeah, that definitely will reach. So I'm not going to even unravel that one yet, because I know it'll reach down there. I need to mainly worry now about my other cables and how they'll reach. Because this one will easily go down and right there, you know, to the PC. But the other ones, I'm not so certain about. So, monitors, let's check these out. So, if I was going to go right here with one of them, and right down there with one of them. I got kind of an idea of where they're going to be. So let's look at their HDMIs and see what they run like. So here's one of them. That one's probably not going to be long enough on its own. This one might be. If I put it down there, it might be. But honestly, I think I'm just going to run some splitters because I got 2 of those HDMI splitters, and I can run them together and make the monitor cables basically long enough. So I think since we're actually going to do that, I'm going to set it up as if I was going to do it that way because I think it's going to work. Okay. So now let's talk about this and how we're going to do it. So I got this. I'm just going to plop that off the desk. This one I'm going to keep hooked up for now because I want to know where I need to put that. Now, honestly, that power bar is not staying on the wall very well, so we're going to look at that too. But right now, my main focus is going to be, because I got to swap this around either way. It's got to come off the wall again. And I think this side right here has got a wall anchor, so I think it should be fine. I do believe. I'm almost out yet, so the side does have a wall anchor. So the other side just gonna have to get one too. Which is fine, because like I said, I gotta remount this anyway, so it is what it is. It's all good as far as I'm concerned. Alright, so you can see my marking on the wall where I have that. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I've got another wall anchor over here. And I'm going to try to get going here because this damn camera. Alright. Sorry about that. The camera keeps getting in my way. And wall anchor. No. Some of these at one point, but I don't know if I've used them on stuff or what. I'm not finding. Let's see, do I have any over walls from previous things that I've had hung up? No. Looking around for wall anchors, guys. Spot one somewhere. Oh, there's one up there, but I'd rather not have to go up that high to get one. Oh wait, here we go. Right here. From whatever used to be hanging here. Probably a light, honestly, at one point. Oh crap. This one's kind of weakened. I don't know if I can get it in there without it breaking. Let me go in there with my screw and widen it a little bit. so weak. Just gonna try to sneak it in there with my fingertips. It's not quite wide enough. Damn it. Yeah, it busted. I don't know if that's gonna even, will it still clamp it? Nope. I don't think it's gonna hold it very well anymore. We can try though, but I don't think it's going to. No, it's not even going in there. Darn it. There's always gotta be something. Oh wait. Hold up. Maybe. Let's try something. I also may not be the most perfect thing, but I really don't care. If it tries to hold it, it's applauded well enough by me. There we go. We go for no construction grade stuff around here. If it holds, then it's good enough for me, which I think it will. It sure seems like it's pretty tight on there. All right. So I'm just going to use my fingers also when I'm unplugging stuff and kind of pushing against this piece as well so it doesn't come out anymore. So we should not lose Wi-Fi, but if we do, I guess I'll restart the stream. But I'm going to try to keep it where that does not happen, if I can help it. All right. So here we go. And once I get these screws into, I'm going to try to suck up a little bit of this dust on here. Got a little small vacuum. So we're going to just go in here. Yeah, that screw seems like it's pretty tight and good. It's not going anywhere. So I think my little fix might have worked. So there we go. There it is. And this side as well. That needs to be put in. And honestly, you know what's funny is I think that broken side, the broken one is actually going to be stronger than this side, so it's kind of funny. Alright, so got this almost screwed in, and then we're going to be good. So now I'm going to have to run other power and all that other fun stuff. And watch Shane be able to start hooking things up and see where we go from there. So one thing that will be always powered then now is the computer and the Wi-Fi router. Or the two things I should say that will always be powered are those. So I'll take this stuff out of the picture, put it back. Here we go. So, got a lot going on all over the place here, so I'm going to try to kind of neaten up a little bit. I can only do so much about it right now, because I don't really, I'm pressed for time and I don't really want to mess around with too much stuff. I do have work in a little bit, and I'll try to get as much of this done if I can't get it completed as possible. Hopefully I can just get it completed and be done. I don't know. Alright, so we're going to move this PC over out of the way a little bit. and out of the way of your guys' view as well. So I can try to get all this done here. So let's go put that step stool out of the way for now. So now here's what I'm going to try to do with this Wi-Fi. So that's one nice part about this thing is it's so small that it's easy to maneuver. So now the one thing I got to do is I got to get it over top of here and over top of that TV. It's going to be quite the ordeal. And I got to bring this up on top of here temporarily to allow me to do that because the cable's not long enough. Alright. That one didn't matter, luckily. That was to the subwoofer. And you guys are still good and online, so that's good. Alright, let's see if we can make it over this first turn with all these wires. Oh, actually, I can actually attach this one, that one, but not that last one because that's the one that carries internet. But that's the long one, so it should be good. What I do is just go right over top of this TV. See, now it's not that bad once I get it this far, and then I'm just going to go right over top here. So now, this guy can just sit on this end. Now, I'm going to probably have to get a longer Ethernet to get down to here, but that's okay. Now, I think I should be alright to put this underneath the table and not have it be an issue. So I'm going to have to actually, though, unplug and replug in a different spot. But that's fine because it's got a battery backup. So you're going to hear a beep. Actually, I don't think you will. I think I set that up so it wouldn't beep anymore. So you'll hear actually silence. That's nice. Alright, I'm going to put this up here. And now it's back online. Alright. Here we go, guys. This is going to be the heavy part. Time to build up the muscles. Alright. I'm not kidding. This thing is literally weighs a crap ton. Alright. There we go. Alright, so now I'm down on the floor here, and you guys can actually see that. I'm surprised. So now I'm down here on the floor, and I'm going to scoop this thing over. It's going to go right where these fire extinguishers are. Which, yes, have been checked recently to make sure that they are safe to use in the need of an emergency. Alright, so I'm actually going to do things a little differently from what I normally would do. I'm going to put this in here the opposite way because then I can reach the plugs as I need them. Because I will at some point need them. Alright. So, I gotta, come on, get you on there. Alright, front panel's back on. Oop. Trying to come unplugged, guys, so I'm not gonna let it. There we go. And now we're in place. Phew. Alright. So this is probably going to have to be ran a little bit differently because this side I can't reach as far with the power plugs, but we're going to see what we can do. I might be able to still make it work without having to swap to a different power source, but we'll see. Alright. So And honestly, I think this is going to be better on the system anyway, because now it's not going to have power going to it and then not, then going to it then not, because I think this system does still have a CMOS battery like most other computers do. So it's probably not super great on it anyway, having it get power and then not get power. What is this? Oh yeah, that's the HDMI. Aforementioned HDMI. Get up here. We're going to need you later, but not right now. Alright. These are some of our very important cables, also for later. I'm going to keep it like that, because then I can reach my stuff I need to reach to it. Now we got a little bit of a cable management issue though, so I'm going to have to fix that, because it's right now tangled. And so, like here. I'm trying to think of how to defeat this without unplugging stuff. Oh, that's good now. So now I'm going to have to kind of go up there and snake some cable up, because right now I've got currently way too much Ethernet. So let's see if we can fix that issue. I'm going to snake some of this back away above the tile here. It just fell over like a potato. Alright. That was goofy. Alright, you stay right there. There we go. Alright. And that might even go on top of a speaker or something. Kind of make it look a little better. But as of right now, this cable actually does reach pretty well. I may still add an extension cord later, but that's a later project if I decide to do it. Alright, so I think the power strip is also plugged in, right? Yes, no, maybe so? Nope, it's not yet. Alright, well, that's going to be okay, because honestly, I don't kind of want it plugged in, because I haven't ran the speakers up here yet. Before we can even do the speakers, though, we need to do some sucking of the table. So, place all this stuff out of the way, so we can actually get our vacuum up here. And I'm going to have to move those fire extinguishers too, but that's going to be in a few minutes here. Alright, it's 8:02. I have to be getting ready for work at 10:30, so hopefully we can make that work. There we go. So that's my little mini vacuum. Got that counter all nice and clean and looking a lot better. Alright, so now we got to organize a few things, and I'm going to move that subwoofer over, I believe, as long as we got enough space, which I think we should still have enough space to put the computer on top of there. But we're about to find that out. Let's move you out of the way. So, fire extinguisher, just right there. That goes right there. Okay, perfect. So now, we've gotten that taken care of. What we're going to do is take this trash can and put that out of the way. I'm going to scoot that over. Now, I believe I got is enough wire to easily run this past the monitors and hook the subwoofer up, because obviously I don't just want it being a dead subwoofer. Otherwise, if there's no way of doing that, I'll try to figure out some way to hook it into the PC and see if we can do it that way. Alright, so now it's time to see if the PC will actually work under here. So in order to check for that, we're going to check height by basically trying to put the PC on top and see if it has enough space above it for me to still plug in peripherals. Ooh, maybe. Oh yeah, that's going to work. That's definitely going to work. And look at that, it fits literally perfectly. 10 out of 10. All right. There we go. And I got still enough space to use the headphone and microphone ports on here. And I think that should run up just fine for my whatever it's called. The thing that you run sound. Soundboard. Alright. That dang router just does not want to stay standing up. You know what? Fine. Lay down like a lazy bum. I don't care. See if I give a darn. Alright. So this is the one part I gotta be careful of too, because I'm plugging things in down here. And as I do that, I could unplug something. It's very important, obviously, like the router. Alright, so now we get this plugged in, which is the thing that allows us to have power to all of our stuff up here, as previously mentioned. Alright. So now, so we got quite the interesting jumble of cords going on here. Alright, so that's that. That's easy enough to get around. These, though, I don't know. Alright, I think that's adequate. Yeah, that's adequate for now. That works. The router will probably have to be unplugged later, but for now, it's good enough. Because I gotta do some other wiring that's gonna, mean having to unplug it probably anyway. So, but at least for now, I'll give you guys Wi-Fi so you guys can see the majority of what my processor will be. Alright, so that's gonna be up above. This is gonna be up above as well. So I'm just trying to kind of eliminate things that I won't be using down here. So that way I can get things fed that need to be down here. So we'll just stuff this in the crevice there. And I think this is just barely going to reach, but it still will, nonetheless. So we'll see what I get Wi-Fi speed-wise. I might use just Wi-Fi. I know people don't typically recommend that, but I might, because I don't know if I can use a hard wire down here very easily. So forgive me, tech community, because normally I'm not that kind of person either. But gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Okay, look at how clean this slate is up here already. So we got this other monitor's got to be ran down here, and then we got to start actually filling the desk with stuff. And that'll be where things get interesting, because I got to decide, where do I want my audio board, where do I want my monitors, where do I want my studio monitors. So I think we're going to start next with the hookup of the HDMI. And then we got to get those HDMI extenders and stuff out to the other monitors. So that'll be the harder part. So I'm going to focus on the easier stuff first, and then we'll go looking for, the other connections that need to be made and stuff like that. So in order for me to do the other one, there's actually not much required. Just the HDMI. This garbage is back for now. Just as HDMI that's going to be ran over top of that one and down to the ground. So I do gotta be careful because of the cable's weight. I don't want it pulling on any ports or breaking any ports or even damaging the cable itself in the process of use. So is this possibly a little bit longer than I need? Possibly, but is it going to be all right still? I think so. So this was not initially made. Well, at least I guess it wasn't necessarily made for anything, but it was not originally designed planned to do this with it. But that's because I had a different setup at the time. Okay, so I got to remember that this is the bottom port. Chromecast is right above it. Bottom port is HDMI 1 on this television. I hate hooking up HDMIs on these guys. That's why I don't try to do this very often. That among many other reasons are very frustrating with doing HDMI wiring. This one problem is this cable is so stiff, it keeps trying to bend the other direction versus where I want it to be. It's trying to fight me the whole way. Alright, I gotta physically see the port because I'm just messing it up. Try to do it this way. Let's grab a hold of the counter here so I don't end up falling on my butt. I gotta see what I'm doing. That's the only way I'm gonna be able to plug it in. And this also gives me better leverage on the cable. It keeps still trying to turn. There we go. I got it. Okay. I'm just gonna bend that back down. And we gotta go over of the TV. Yeah, a little bit extra probably. But it might not be actually as bad as I thought it was as far as length. This is a 4K HDMI, which these TVs are both 4K. I just never use 4K mode. Even though both my HDMIs are definitely capable of it. I think this is supposed to be better cable than my other cable, but I don't really care because I don't pay attention to that. I don't use the 4K like I said because my streaming just doesn't require that. We don't do any 4K streams at my church or on my other channels, so I don't really need the 4K capabilities, but it's nice, I guess, to have them because, you know, why not? Try not to get all kinds of fingerprints all over this stuff again. Because I just recently wiped, well, I had help, but we just recently wiped these down. Me and my friend. Because I had several monitors down here that I had to wipe down, so I had to have some help. So I don't want to get them dirty again where I've got to clean them again. That's never fun. Alright. So we've got our cable. It's all untangled now, basically. I'm just going to get it out of these other wires. So everything tangles when there's a cable, it's going to tangle us up. That stupid router again. Why are you such like a potato? I just want to fall over. I don't know why I keep thinking of potato, but it just is the word I can think of when this stuff keeps toppling over. So, for some reason it's a tater. I don't know. Counter. And yes, it did feel better to slap that afterwards because it hurt my head. And this is probably where the Wi-Fi is going to have to come unplugged, or at least pretty soon here. I might be able to make it work out for now, but I don't know. If it comes undone, I'm sorry guys, but I'm just trying to feed this stupid wire and it's not working too well. So, let's see what I can do, but I'm trying to run it through here as to where it won't do anything, but it's being very difficult. So I don't know. There we go. I think I made it past that hurdle. Just gotta scoot it forward again. So get the wire behind here. I need to get more of this behind my PC because right now it's currently not all back there. And it needs to mostly be. So I can make this thing kind of straight. So there we go. Got our wire and basically almost with very little room left. So that was good planning, even though I didn't plan for it to be exactly the length it was. Good planning at the same time. There's that cable. I'm just going to shove it back here. So there goes that. And so far it's actually going pretty good in comparison to what I thought it might end up coming out like. Not that I always think the worst of everything, but it just seems that things like to go wrong when I work on stuff. Hopefully that doesn't jinx myself, but I really need to wash off my hands, guys. I got like drywall dust and stuff on them. That's all better now. So I'm gonna have to get some HDMI extenders and stuff, but for now I'm gonna see what I can do without them, as far as getting some of this stuff kind of configured the way I want it. And I can run all that down, although I actually do need one thing, so I might grab the HDMI extender while I'm over here because I gotta go in another drawer to grab a USB extension so I'm gonna reach with our other guy. I don't know which section those are in. I'm going to try to assume that they're hopefully in here. This is a bit where other stuff might live. Actually, I could check with my eyes and see visually if I can see. Yep, I can. Alright, we're going to try going with this door then first. But I can see the USB extender in here for sure. Oh, wait. Oh. Thought that was one of them, but it's not a HDMI extender piece. I know sometimes those can be problematic for some stuff, but we pretty much have to try to use them, otherwise we're just going to have to only use 2 monitors, and I really don't want to do that. Or maybe 3 at the maximum. There's a USB dongle, so we'll see if we can see anything else in here. If not, I think I know which container it's in. I just don't really want to have to dig for it. Oh, there's one. Ladies and gents, I found one. So let's see if there's another one in here. Since there's one, I think there should be 2. Yep, there's is. How about that? So everything that we needed was in one drawer. It's also not something common that happens. Alright, so I'm going to put all this stuff back. Pretty quick. I'm probably going to grab a drink because my drink container's right over here as well. So, do that probably once I get done throwing all these wires back in before I go back over that direction. May need some Ethernet, but I'll come back here for those later if I need them because they're right towards the top here. At least some of the shorter ones are. If I need a longer one, I know where those are too, and they should be. I should have at least one good working one that's pretty long. So I guess if I need to run one down to my PC, I can always do that. I just am trying to eliminate too much clutter down there, because then I know it's hard to plug things in and do stuff. I wonder if I could just run a USB audio plug up there. I don't need really high fidelity sound, guys, for this weekend. Inside the, inside of here, because I'm not obviously mixing it at all. That'll just be kind of what comes out of the stream is what they get. So I don't really care too much if it's fancy, I've got all my stuff, so I'm going to come over there in a second, but let me get a small drink. Alright. I'm feeling much better now. So now I can actually come over there and do what I was going to do. Oh, I do see a USB audio device, so if I need that later, which I think I probably just will, because it'll be easier, and I'll just do that. 71, you guys are making it up there a little bit in percentage. And you're still streaming, as far as I'm aware. Alright, so, here's what we're going to do. You got one chance to do this the proper way. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do, I've got two decently long cables here. I'm going to join those, and those are going to be to my furthest monitor, I think. If we got too much cable, then I'll just go down to a smaller set, because I don't want to do an overabundance of cable either, because I don't think there's any point in that, especially if one will do. Alright, so we got one here. Here's another one, right? So we use the HDMI splitter, and like I had mentioned before, I'm only using one of these, and also you only do want to usually use one, because if you go too far with them, or too many of them, then they will not work properly. So, let's see how far this gets us. I think it might be long enough to make it up on the desk to a monitor over here, which is where I'm thinking I'm going to put my first, second monitor, not first. Whatever I'm thinking. My brain is turned off still, so, it's all good. I don't know why I'm being so careful not to hit the power button, because right now it's not even plugged in. But I guess I'm just thinking of it as if it was. Alright. So we can take this now, and what we're going to simply do, in order to make this the most effective it can be, we'll run this down past the router power board again, because it's getting in my way once again. Actually, I'll just do that. Unplug that temporarily. And then we hook up to that. And we'll go right over here. And So we're just now getting to our second cable, so I think this should be good. It should be fine as long as I go right around the router. It should be good. And I think that I'm going to have the speaker there, not the router necessarily, so. And that's another reason why. Thank you for explaining my point of why I won't have you there. Perfectly explained it. So I think I'm actually going to fix that now. So you guys are probably going to go offline when I do this, but we're going to see. I'm going to try to keep you guys going, but no guarantees because everything's kind of a little wonky. So this is one of our speakers. And this one is going to go right over here on the end. This is where we can tuck all of our wires behind. So I'm going to try to show you guys router, right? Okay, that's lovely. I got to go through here. Got tangled. Oh, now the power cord's tangled. Well, you guys are going to have to unplug now. I'm sorry. I tried. Let's see if I can get you guys along. Are we? Hello? Are we there? I can't tell. Yeah? Okay, we're back. I think. I saw the timer count back down and start going. So I guess it did reconnect, which is good. We're going to see if we can run this last cable now. I think we got that pretty much figured out. It's not going to be perfect. You there? Hello? Okay, I think we're online now. Maybe? Yes, okay. I think, yeah. 10, 12, okay. It's kind of freaking out, but we should be going. Oh, it's buffering. That's not a good sign. All right, well, if you guys can see this, hello, and I'm sorry about this crappy tablet. We're going to continue hooking this up. If it fails, it fails at this point. I don't care. I'm not going to mess with it anymore. So, if it goes offline, it goes offline. Done messing with junky tablet. All right. So, I think we're good now, but I don't know anymore. It's hard telling at this point. When it works, it works. When it doesn't, it doesn't. So, I just don't care. It is what it is. I don't have time to mess with live streaming errors right now. So, we're just going to do what we can do. And it's going to have to be good enough because I don't have the patience or the time to deal with it. That might not reach, but we're going to try. Thought it would reach earlier, but I'm not so certain about that now. Yeah, maybe actually for that specific device, it may actually be okay. Yeah, it's going to reach right there. I mean, that's about as far as I need it. Because I want this all to be audio console stuff down at this end. That's why I'm not sure if the cable for the subwoofer is going to reach, but we're going to see. I want all this space to be dedicated pretty much to audio. Because that way I've got plenty of space and no issue worrying about if I've got enough, because that audio console is bigger, I believe, than my current console because it's got all the physical faders and whatnot. So, the middle, going back to this, the middle, I have no idea if this is even going because it's just showing a loading sign. But, the middle is my main monitor. And so that's where I want this USB cable to land as well, is in the middle. I don't know if it will because it's kind of shorter, but hopefully it's long enough to do what I need it to. I do get a little bit of leeway because I got my other USB that also plugs in to make everything happen, you know? Alright. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. If not, I'm sorry, but I tried to explain it my best I could. This might reach. We're gonna hope so. Alright. So it's gonna be kind of tight when I go around this curve because I want it to be making it to the spot, or at least up on the countertop high enough where I can get it over to my stuff. Oh yeah, that might be fine. I'm gonna consider it fine, and hopefully it is, because I don't have much further I can go. So let's first of all hook up the USB hub so we can make sure that that's gonna work out. So I'm just probably gonna go right here with that. And I would think that should be fine. But we shall see. I've got the USB over here, somewhere in this mess. That'll go to it. It's a blue cable, much like that one, but I don't think it is that one. That's to the audio board. A bunch of other things that go to other things down here, so I'm trying to figure out which one's the one I need. Oh, come on, stop being so frustrating. Where are you at? Starting to get ticked off, guys. Just because of that cable right there. The one I was exactly looking for. Okay, so it is a little longer than I thought it was. So I can probably get it over behind my original monitor that I was trying to get it to. Because all I gotta do is just go in right there. Oh yeah, easily. Easily gonna make that, yeah. There we go. Alright, now let's do the monitors, and then I'm gonna set up keyboards and other USB devices. So here we go with this. This is monitor 2 that goes over here in the middle. It seems like the cable is going to be good, which hallelujah for that. It's going to be just perfect right there. And I like the way that Orbi actually looks on top of that speaker, so it's probably going to stay there. Wasn't sure about that at first, but it looks good. Alright. Here goes this guy. So there's that monitor, and it easily reaches that one too. So now we're going to start doing all the fun stuff. I actually might be able to use the monitor audio output, because this one does have a headphone out, and I could just hook that up to the speakers possibly, even if I wanted to run sound out of those. So using a USB audio interface, because this is pretty much what this is. Kind of. It'd be something that would work out better, I think. And we're gonna at least need one for the audio console. So I gotta think about the monitors and how they're plugging into power, because I don't know how I'm gonna. Oh yeah, look at that. So I can go right there. Okay. Go right there. Look at how clean that looks. All right. So this is gonna be for sound, so This is part of the sound stuff. I'm going to send that behind some of this other stuff, and I can easily get it to where I need it to be. And hopefully, kind of have it catch on some of this stuff, so it won't fall down below the power bar. That's my goal anyway. I don't know if it'll stay there, but I'm gonna try it. So this has got to plug in somewhere. So we'll go for that right there. The input. Now look at how much space I got for audio, which is good. I like that. Then there shouldn't be any worry about if I've got enough space for the console. It should just be like, okay, we got it, and now it's time to whack it in and do it, you know? So, we got this cable, which I'm not sure, Ethernet-wise, if I'm going to hook anything up, so we'll deal with that later. I may run a cable over here for the audio console, because I think you do remote into that one as well, or you can at least. So I might just keep that open as an option. I don't know yet. This is going to be our audio cable for this speaker, so I don't want that one yet. So put this speaker up here. It's going to be the one we're going to do later. And this one is going to be the one we're going to do now as far as our cable goes for sound. I want that to be plugged in so that I can get to that and use it. So I don't think it matters. I think I can use both these at once. We'll see once I get them all powered up if that works. If it doesn't, then I'll go back there and yank the XLRs temporarily out of them. Alright. So this is going to be later. This is our for our microphone stuff. So that's going to be later. That goes out of the way. That goes out of the way. These are all audio inserts for the audio board. So I'm going to put all the audio stuff out of the way for now. Just kind of a little mini pile because I don't know if I'm going to even hook it up yet, or if I'm just going to wait until it, you know what I mean, like not hook it up, but you know what I mean, run it over there or not. And actually that headphone is going to stay right there, so that's good. That's perfect. I think that's one of our power leads for our speakers, but I'm not for certain on that. I gotta verify. So that's gonna stay in my hand, I guess, for now. Audio. A lot of stuff is audio, so that's one of the good parts. I just gotta know what's what here. I'm just gonna go up here to get hooked into the speaker. Headphones, plus some other cords. I did eliminate the PC, so I think we should have 2 open slots if I'm correct. That's another audio device. Even though it's an Echo, it's going to be later on in the chain if I decide to hook it up right now. Power for audio thing. Ethernet that's not going to be used right now. This is USB, so that's going to have to be hooked in. So I'm going to put that up on the table of yes. That's, I believe, to the sound console. I don't know, though. So I'm going to put that out of the way for now. Well, maybe those are power cables for our... One of them might be for the PC. I think the other one is for the audio console, though. So I think I've got still one yet, right here. It goes to my other speaker. So yes, these short ones are the ones for my each speaker. That's one of the things I do like about these speakers, though, is you have the ability to hook them up individually. if you for some reason wanted to do that. So that's kind of nice. Ow. Touch. Sorry guys, I apologize. I've had this one little pimple that's been bothering me. I'm gonna see if we're actually loud, guys, because if not, there's no point in me talking, and I can just shut the tablet off. But I don't have any idea if we are. Check. Quick here. Yeah, it is. Okay. So yeah, I have been live this whole time. Good. I'm glad I was explaining stuff then. So you guys did get to hear everything I've said. Good. All right. But yeah, I've had this pimple though that's on my one side of my face, and I've tried popping it already. Not that you guys need to know that, but I have, and it didn't work so well. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. It's just that I jammed it in the side of TV and kind of hurt. So anyway, this guy goes into the PC. This guy's my speaker, one of my speakers, I should say. Not my speakers, but one of them. As mentioned before, I like the fact of these because they can be set up such where you only use one at a time or whatever you want to do, basically. So then we got our USB. This goes to our audio console, but the difference is I don't know if the new console comes with one of these. Even if it does, I'll probably just use this one because it's already unwrapped and stuff. I don't know what cables the new one comes with. So I'm not quite sure at this moment if I want to just have a power cable up there and just be able to go whack whack, you know, because I know what it takes. It takes one of these same cords that the other mixer that I had up here before did. So I might just keep another cable up here and just hook in at least the basics, because then I don't have to deal with it when I get it in. It just kind of plug, go, you know? So that may be what I do. Alright, so next up, I got, oh wait, do I have that speaker plugged in? Yeah, I do. Okay. So let's do this XLR then, real quick. Because I can't think of what I was gonna do next initially, because I got myself sidetracked. Oh yeah, I need to get that other speaker to power. That might have been what I was gonna do. But anyway, there's this. So that's gonna be our other audio lead, and that one doesn't have to go very far. So I'll probably just tuck some of this back behind here or something once I get the sound console in, because I did have a little bit more around, because previously these were split apart a little bit more. But like I said, as of right now, I've got that much space for the console. I know it shouldn't take up that much. If it does, then well, I guess I underestimate it, but I don't think it should. There's audio. Alright, that's another speaker sound cable. I think, yeah. Yes, it is. Okay. These are both those style. Alright. So let's plug this in. Actually, I'm gonna hop down. I want to plug in keyboard and mouse into the first few slots. So I got keyboard, mouse, then I got Stream Deck, so I'm gonna plug those in the first few. All right. Power is this guy right here for the other speaker. So I just sneak around to the back here. And we're just gonna whack that cord in right here. All right, so now those are plugged in to the wall and to the speakers. All right, so what do we got left? Keyboard, mouse, Stream Deck, this monitor, yeah, monitor, power, and gotta do that audio thing, and headphones, but it's gonna be very basic stuff, it looks like from here. Some of the other stuff I'm not gonna hook up quite yet, I don't think, although we'll see what we're at time-wise. And then I'll decide, because I might decide that I want to hook up some of the stuff if I've got enough time here, but I don't know what I've got right now, because I'm just trying to focus on getting all this hooked up and not necessarily what time I'm at. So, plug that in right there. We only got left 3 plugs, and so if my calculations are correct, I've got just the Echo to plug in, and that's it. So, oh yeah, and this guy. So I guess that I do have just pretty much the right amount of plugs, because I before had things plugged into a splitter, which is in my pocket. But I'm not going to do that this time. So that should be just perfect then, by the time I get the audio counts in. And they have just the right amount of ports. And I can bring back in the iPad anytime I want to. That's why I left that space open over here. So that way if I decide that I like to mix on a iPad or whatever, I can. So I'm kind of curious as to how that responds, because this console is supposed to have motorized faders. And if you guys want to see a unboxing, I might be doing that on my main channel. And if I do decide to, I'll probably do a scheduled event or something to show the people that I'm going to be doing that day. So keep an eye out on my main channel if you want to find out if I actually do that. If you guys aren't subscribed to my main channel, go check it out. It is Nathan Simmons Vlogs on YouTube. So go check that out. All right. Now, we've got this guy. And this is another audio related cable, so that's gonna go over here. All right, this piece goes on my keyboard. Now I've got this. Actually, that goes with my audio stuff. I don't want to lose that. All right, we're getting close, guys. We're getting very close. So there goes that. Stream Deck's gonna get set up here and plugged right in between. So I should have honestly waited to plug those in, but it doesn't really matter. I could unplug them if I have to. I'm trying to make this the easiest I can on myself. So let's see if I can just finagle it in there. There we go. Alright. And there's that. So now I got PC power. All my headphones, which are going to just pretty much hang here. I might hook in my PC ones. Not sure if they'll reach though, but if not, I'll maybe add another side that has one of these type of hooks over there or something. Or maybe I'll just lay them on top of the PC when I'm not using them, I don't know. That'll be something to figure out. But for right now, I'm going to focus on getting this stuff all set up. So, let's see here. I need headphones port hooked up. is one back here. I just don't know where it's at. Because this monitor does not have built-in speakers, so they put a audio port on it, so you can connect up speakers or headphones. So let's see if this will reach. Ooh, I don't think it will to that speaker. I don't know if it will to the other side. But that one's just a little bit too short. And that one's gonna be too short too. Darn it, people. Driving me nuts here. Okay. Trying to think of how I can do this now then. Well, you know what? Sound's gonna be later then. That's what my executive decision's gonna be. Sound will be later. I'll focus on that once I get everything else done. Because I can always hook that up later. Alright. Power cable to the computer. That's pretty much all I got left. And I might run a Ethernet down there. But let's get this stuff hooked up and see where we're at. And then we'll decide. And if I decide to hook up my sound cable, that's the soundboard cable. Alright. So this is my nice big hefty power cord for my PC here. So we're going to run that all the way down to our power supply, which is on the very, very bottom, of course, of the PC. Might not be the world's best cable management here, but hey, it works. At least I hope it does. If not, that'd be pretty depressing, wouldn't it? That's going to be something to figure out later. The subwoofer is a later project because I'm not sure how I'm running the audio for that. I might have to get an extension cable or something. So we're just going to put that on the ground over there. And there we go. Now we got our sound stuff all set up. Now we need this. You know what, actually, I think I might just put those there, or even, there we go, that's a better spot. Put stuff in there for now. So I don't know which one's microphone, which one's headphone on here. So I'm going to try to pull this out a little bit. Ooh. Mic, headphone. Now we just got to see if we actually did everything right, because I don't know at this point. Things might have came unplugged when that moved, but we'll see. I'm just hoping that it stayed all plugged in and it's ready to go, but we'll see. All right. So, let's see here. Got a big tangle going on here. All right. Now, oops. What I'm going to do is run this around. And up here, this is my camera wire, as mentioned previously. Oops, I'm doing my alarm. And there's my phone's alarm. Alright, turn that off. I don't need that today. Okay. My bad. Forgot to silence those ahead of time. Alright, so let's power everything on. See how we did. Now it's not gonna have sound right now, but I want to see, do all the peripherals work and does everything come up? Ooh, we got one monitor for certain. These are the ones I'm most curious about. These two down here. Alright. And I'm gonna just start hooking up other various wires. It's only 9-ish o'clock now. So it's not as terrible as I thought it would be time wise. So just going for a little bit longer here. Keyboard is not online yet. Do I have power anything? None of these are getting power. That's concerning. There we go. Oops. Now the power cable plugged in. I'm an idiot. Hopefully that didn't screw anything up too badly. Hey, look at that. And we're up. Now I'm just going to make sure these monitors all stay going, but luckily these two are working, which is a small miracle. Alright, so we're going to leave those go for a little bit, and you guys let me know if they flash, because I'm not going to be able to pay too much attention, because I'm working on a bunch of other things. Alright, so we got left is our Echo needs to be plugged in. I'm just going to run that right over here. And yes, some of these cables are not being used right now, but that's fine because once I get the audio console in, they're going to kind of be hidden anyway behind the audio console. So now as far as the audio situation, what am I going to do about that? Not quite certain at this point. I do need to see if I can connect to Ethernet though. Good sound, because you have that. I could maybe get to one speaker, but I'm not going to be able to reach all the way over to the other side. That's the main problem right now. So the only thing I can do is to smush these speakers closer together, which I'm not going to do for a few reasons. So I may just go through an HDMI audio or plug in headphones directly to the PC or plug in a speaker. Or maybe even just do one of these. I guess I could just do one studio monitor, but I don't know. We'll think about that one. I probably honestly will just get it all set up for when the audio board comes and make it through with what I can hear from the TV speakers or headphone set for this weekend. Probably headphone set because headphones at least be a little bit more close to accuracy. So, this is one other thing I gotta do. I actually think I'm gonna move that cable down here. So the other thing I was talking about is I gotta do is I gotta run a setup with these. I'm not sure. Let's try. Oh yeah. Wait. Might be okay. Yep, I think that will. I don't know if this thing has got Bluetooth, this PC, but if it does, I actually could run something to the Echo or something. I don't remember if it has Bluetooth on it. Let's see. I know I'm getting kind of distracted, but can you help it? Oh, there, yeah, I do have Bluetooth. So it could be Bluetooth to these guys or something. Or even possibly, I don't know. somehow get them to get over to the thing. I've got 1/4-inch cables. I just don't have something to convert them from 1/4-inch to 3.5. So yeah, this is gonna be the one thing I'm not sure about either, is the whole subwoofer thing. Maybe I could even run it though underneath the desk and around and up or something. That might be the best way to do it. I don't know, that can be something that I can figure out once it's in. It doesn't necessarily need to be done now. One thing I do want to do is try to run the Ethernet though. So let's see if I've got enough cable to do that. This might be even enough right here. So I'm going to try this smaller cable first. And this is stuff to my old board, by the way. Different board, not the board I was referring to that I was last using, because obviously I'm reusing the cables from that for this new soundboard, just to make it easier once it comes in. Set it up and use it right away. I don't think, yeah, no, that's not going to reach at all. So let's see if we got a longer one and possibly try to hook that up. I got maybe an idea too. I might be able to do an optical audio and run it kind of differently than I normally would for audio. I don't know if this is any longer, but we're going to try this cable. If it doesn't work, then I've got one other option, but I'm hoping this will just work, because the other option is a really long, really long cable, or using Wi-Fi. And neither of those sound very desirable, but at this point I'm willing to do whatever I have to make this work out. Wi-Fi is not exactly the best option though. No matter what situation I'm in, I try to avoid Wi-Fi. We'll see. It has to happen. Or I may just have to bite the bullet and use the extremely crazy long cable. Okay, so that's not reaching. So it's either extremely long cable time, or I have to just go with Wi-Fi. And based on my previous experiences with Wi-Fi, I think we're probably going to go for the long cable. And I hate to do that, because that's going to suck, and it's going to be super long and annoying. But it's all I can do. Or at least all I can think of at this moment to try to do. As much as I don't want to, I'm going to put up with it. This is absolutely tangled to crap. So I'm going to have to see what I can do about that. Because I don't want to take all this cable. I just want the one. But as of right now, it's trying to have me take it all. I had to cut the rubber band with my teeth. I didn't really want to, because I wanted to save that one. I didn't think I'm going to need it for this, but it's the only way I can get it untangled, because this thing is ridiculous. Hopefully, this is the good cable, not the bad one, because there's two of them here. And one's got both good ends, and one's got bad. Okay, this one's a bad cable, I think. Is that all one cable? It is. Gosh dang. Right. Holy Batman. That's ridiculously long. Alright. Maybe this one's a little shorter. Actually, it does look like it might be. it's got both ends intact, I think. All right. This could be our go-to cable here. I'm going to see if I can find a rubber band somewhere down here in this stuff. Or if not, find one somewhere. Because I don't really want to use something that I'm going to be... I mean, I really don't want to go over to my... What I meant to say is I don't want to go over to my cabinet over there and get a rubber band out if I don't have to. Alright. And yes, I'm going to fix that power cable. I have to, because at this point, the only cable that literally is being goofy looking over there is that one. It goes to that. I'm going to make sure I got enough, so I'm going to just use that much right there. That should be more than enough to make it down. Actually, give it a little bit more just to make sure. That right there should be enough for sure. So I'm going to steal a rubber band off here because I remembered I had one on here. I always hate running rubber bands off stuff, especially if they're tangled like this one is. There we go. And then it comes into a little crumpled ball. And all we have to do is basically just try to make it straighten itself. So you have to be careful with network cables because their ends break very easily. Those little plastic tabs that go into your router break off very easily. Alright, so we're going to start off down here at the PC end, and that's what this one's going to go into. Because I want the rubber banded end to not get by the router. I don't know, it just makes it look messy in my opinion. And no, I do not have normally an RGB crazy light show going on here. But that's just what it boots up to by default when it's lost power. I'm going to fix that later and put my own color scheme back the way it was before. I'm going to put that on the floor temporarily. So shove it back up there in a second. Alright. And I'll talk about my idea for the audio in just a minute here. I've got an idea that might work. A temporary solution. There we go. Thank you, voice, for cooperating. And if I unplug the Ethernet, I mean not the Ethernet, the router at any point during this, I am so sorry. But I'm definitely not restarting another stream, especially after all that's happened with this stupid software. I'm just not doing it tonight. I mean today. Whatever. I don't care at this point. It's some sort of day, some sort of time, some sort of where. I don't care anymore. Doesn't say which one's even that one, but I'm gonna guess it's right next to the LAN that comes into the router. Alright. Internet, yes. Perfect. That looks pretty good so far. So now at this point, I gotta fix that. The main thing though I want to do before I end off things, because it's getting a little later, not bad honestly, in comparison to what I thought time would be. But so I do clean up some stuff and do a few other things before I go to work today. And there's quite a bit of cleanup to do. So I just kind of was whacking stuff around, all done before I left. I was in just kind of a hurry. I just kind of lost things, so I do gotta clean up some of my mess that I'm willing to admit was my mess, because I was messy. But before I do that, and these screens seem to be staying on, so that's super awesome. I'm so happy. I gotta make sure all my other stuff works though too in my software, and that will take a little bit of time. So I don't want to stick around here too long because that's I gotta hook up these microphone wires. And whoops, it's not. There we go. So what I was thinking though is I've got an optical audio thing for the TV. As long as I pick the right set of Samsung speakers, it should come out of there. And I've got then 2 different outputs that I can use on there. So I'll explain myself in just a second here. This piece right here is my optical audio converter. It converts optical to analog audio. I've got 2 little plugs. This one is RCA, and normally this is going to be hooked up differently once my soundboard comes in, but for now, this is a way I can do it, and I'll still have my benefits that I wanted to be able to have. And I can actually hide this even behind my setup once I get my audio board in. For now, I don't really care. So there's all the soundboard cables, power cables, and stuff like that. But I'm going to plug in right here to my optical, because I've already got the power cable plugged in. Alright. So now all I have left to do is connect some audio. Now I'm going to show you what I'm going to do though. It's very interesting. Because I believe I can use both these audio outputs at once, and we're going to test that theory in a sec here. But what I'm going to do, right one of this one, it's going to go over here because I have 2 of these. Alright, so we're going to go right one right into here. And I'll explain why I believe it's set up like it is too. We'll talk about that in a minute. But yes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right one over here. It's going to come right over here. Look how well that length works out. There you go. Right one's in. Now my left one, it's going to be attached with the other cable. You get my picture here? So left one goes in the left. And I believe these sounds are going to work with even the XLR cables connected. So that's really nice because I don't want to have to yank out cables, except for these once the soundboard comes in. So this will be a little bit of conversion, which is going to be easy. I just about ripped the extinguisher off the wall. My pants got caught on it. That would have been nice. Make a big mess. Alright. Now I believe both these will work at once. We're going to find that out, like I said, in a second here. But first what I want to do, I want to gather up some of these cables. So that way I know what ones have got to go to my stuff still once they come in. So I'm just going to put these up here in just a little neat pile. And that's going to be good for now. But look at how organized everything is, right? So then we got this right here, that right there, and this is our Ethernet we're not going to use. I actually do need one more Ethernet though, and I just remembered that now. And that's going to go to my soundboard. So iPad I'm going to keep still nearby, but not right here. I'm just going to set it on my desk for now. Probably end up putting it away after the stream ends later. Camera, you can go back away because I don't care about you, and you're not very worthwhile. Even when it does work, it's very temperamental about it, so I just don't feel like dealing with it. Shove that away in there. Now, I have no idea if this cable will reach, but I think it might, so we're going to try to use it. Cables. Thank you. Alright. if I'm gonna have to use any of the rubber bands, but if I do, and stuff comes in, I'm just gonna leave them up there in case. Yeah, I think this will easily reach because I've only got to get past 2 monitors, and I'll be at the sound console. So let's see, how much length have I got? Oh yeah, plenty of length to play with. All right, so there we go. Now I just gotta clean up a few things around the room, but we'll do that after the viewer sound test, and that might be where it end the stream is after the sound test, or I might show you guys me cleaning up a little bit, because I already have kept you guys on for this. I might as well show you a little bit more, huh? All right. So let's see. Do we have any sound?
We do that, and out of just
That's on the wrong TV, but yes, we do have sound from that. I think it's the wrong TV. What am I connected to? Oh wait, maybe it's not the wrong TV. No, it's not on the wrong TV, just got the wrong settings set up. Oh, got back to my. Wait, no, it didn't get back to my original colors. I thought it switched itself. I was like, oh, no. Alright, let's see if that works. And right now, I'm hearing nothing, so I don't think it is. Let's see what the volume's set at. Okay, so something's not right. Nope. Didn't do anything either. Okay, so there's something wrong in the optical settings then, probably. Let's see. Sound. I'm just gonna make sure that this is decently turned down. You know, I may have to refresh it actually. Let's try that. Oh, what the heck? Oh, hello. Presenter. I don't know what this is. There's probably no sound on this though. Oh, there is gonna be probably some sound because I think there's one of our dudes talking. Well, let me just go on something I know has sound because I don't know about that. Because apparently once I refreshed it, I lost the original that I thought I had. Alright, there's that, so that definitely has sound. Let's go here and figure out what we got going on. This is our TV we're roped into, okay. No. Didn't do anything either. I'm starting to think that this thing might not have a working output. We'll try some settings. Maybe there's something. There's nothing there at all. Oh, there it is. Okay, both of them. Now let's see if our other thing has sound. I'm just curious. Oh, hello. That definitely has sound. Very distorted sound. Let's go down. Oh, it's got two sounds playing at once. What is this live right now? Wouldn't that be awkward? No, it's not. Must have been yesterday or something. Pro presenter, link. Let's see. All right, now we got to check everything here. So let's see if these all work. So I'm gonna open up OBS. Oh, there it is. Hey, look at that. That was actually the first time. So now I gotta send the. I gotta basically take away all my audio sources and put them back in as something else. So that's where it's gonna get interesting. So I gotta delete. Yes. Delete. Yes. Alright. So we gotta delete all these now. Wait. No. Actually. Spotify. Yes. And service. Yes. Oh, that must be camera 2 they got up right now. Very interesting. Because it's, you can see the autofocus camera 6. Delete, yes. Delete, yes. Delete, yes. Delete, yes. Okay. So now we gotta add it back in a desktop audio capture of all these. So let's see here. I need a sound source. Go here. Alright, so we want audio output capture. So let's first of all set up. So guys, what I gotta do is I gotta open up, there's a software on here that's called Stream Deck. It lets me control my Stream Deck. And what I need to do is I need to set these up on an audio source. So what we're basically going to do is we're going to go here. And we're going to set them both up on separate sources. So we're going to do one right here on this guy. Alright. Another one on this guy as well. Alright. Now here's where it gets very tricky. So we're going to start playing, right? And you won't hear anything. because I don't have the right audio device selected. So we gotta go in here and add a audio output to capture. Set input. Okay. And we're gonna pull in this one. Okay, so now you can see that we got audio levels jumping, which is a very good thing. We need to go in here and say monitor on. So there's that. Now I got sound, but it's monitoring through the wrong device. It's monitoring through the headphones down here. So we need to switch that. Because right now the monitoring device lets it do that. So monitoring device. Which one it is, so we're going to apply it. Yep, there we go. So you can hear the sound now. Now we got to add in our other source. So we're going to check other music. So that'll fade down. So I should never have to mute this one. I should just have to mute the service one. So we're adding the service to everything as well. So this is going to be our, let's call it, because that's not a very good name. We'll call it the same thing we called it before. Hey Google, how do you spell Spotify? Gotta make sure I'm right. Gotta make sure I'm right. Hey Google, how do I spell Spotify?
Spotify is spelled Spotify.
Yes. And sorry about the notifications, guys. They've turned those off. So they're super frustrating. Alright. Spotify. And we're going to go ahead and name this one service. Okay. And this one's going to be set on, I believe it's this one right here. So let's see. Yep. So we got sound there, as you can see. Now the thing is, because of the way they ran this last time, I don't have the ability to check my sound, so I'm going to have to check it based on their YouTube video and hope it's pretty close. Is it really that low? I'm going to go to my channel, because I don't know. That seems awfully low for them. Unless it just is that low volume-wise on my computer. Oh yeah, I forgot. This thing was based off where your volume is set. So, in order to get the most accurate volume, I have to go pretty low on the speakers themselves right now. Weird. I may have to change this to just, because right now, it's back, dumb. Alright. But what I was trying to say was this one, it was playing on both the TV speaker and the optical, which is going to confuse me. Okay, it doesn't even let me select the other options. So we're going to have to go with both of them coming out of both. So I'll just have to turn the TV speaker down. Oh, wait. Okay, it doesn't completely mute them, it just turned them down more. Oh, wait, this one just turned down really low. Let's see. I need to turn this down more again. There we go. That's pretty accurate. Now I gotta make the volume a little lower here though. Alright, that sounds pretty normal right there. Let's see about their service. Let's go back. Yeah, theirs even lower. So, if I was to go off this, I think this is pretty normal volume wise. Otherwise, if I need to, I guess I can always increase it, but I prefer not to have to do that during the middle of the service, but we'll see. I would say this is pretty normal though. If I have to, I can always just go very slowly and bump it up. That may be what I'll do, is I'll just go based off the music, pre-service music, once the weekend starts, and if I need to, I'll slowly bump it up. Because right now, that seems pretty good. That seems good. That's loud though. I guess it doesn't matter because I can always turn this down. now let's do our last few little arrangements, and then we'll be good. So let's go ahead and bring this up. Yeah, let's check the XA11. So I'm not actually adding the audio to this one, just because I don't plan on using audio on this. If I need to, I will. But I don't think I'm going to be uploading any worship videos before I get the new sounding system. Let's see, is this on yet? Yes, but there's no signal from the monitor. Crud, I forgot I plugged you guys in right there. Let me unplug you. You should be charged up enough anyway. It's getting closer to my time too, guys, so I'm going to have to go soon. We'll try to get this all taken care of. Swap you guys around to the back camera. Turn this off too. Alright. Might have to reactivate the camera again. Yeah. Because it's up there. Let's see if this is up. There it goes. Camera's up. This microphone's over. Off to the side here a little bit. Alright. Is that thing... Oh, it's not loose. It's just not tightened all the way. There we go. Now it's pretty good. Alright. Oh, I think they just... Wait, oh. It's buffering. That was weird. Normally it doesn't do that. I guess maybe because I'm streaming two things at once. Anything here I need? No. Not really. Okay. This is for the subwoofer. We'll figure that out. But for now, it's going to sit right there. This... I'm just going to set this back here, because I'm probably going to use it. I don't know what the deal is with the charging issue, though. I don't know if it's the cord or the port. I guess I could always just turn it off and charge it, though, over here, and it'll probably do fine, because that's what I had charging before it on, and it was working fine. Alright, let's see. Do we have anything else that needs to be done? This needs to go over here. Clean this stuff up. Not all this mess was made on video, but just trying to get a few other things put away while I have you guys here, and then we'll get back to normal. Mostly normal anyway, as clean as this place is going to be for now. I'm going to set you guys down for a second. Oops. Didn't mean to set you guys down that far, but I guess that thing wanted to do what it wanted to do, so it did. Oops. Whoops. All right. Headphones. I'm going to set those on my bed for now, because I'm not going back to sleep now, obviously. My phone's still charging, yeah. Okay. This has got to get plugged back in, but just trying to think if I got anything else I got to do. No, I don't think so. Just that subwoofer, if I want to see how well that reaches. Oh, and I got to put this away. So let's do that real quick. I'm going to sit you guys down again. Sorry. Alright. Good enough for now. Anything else? Anything else? Don't think so. Subwoofer we can do if we want to. You know what? Let's see if it'll work. Because I need to basically get it right to here. If I do that, then it's considered a success. Let's see if I can pop this back open. There we go. Oh, uh-oh. Where'd y'all go? There you go. Oh, there you go. Boop, boop, boop. Alright, there you are. I think you're still there. Yep, you're still there. Oh, gosh. This stupid stand. Alright. Nope. There we go. Now it's good. You guys over. Alright. Look at that. I think we might reach, guys. We might get it. Yep. It's gonna be there. Let's look. Just go right here. Easily. Easily reaches. There's still some extra cable here. Alright, that's done. Now you guys get to go to bed. Or whatever you guys do. Although I was just saying, you guys get to go to bed, as in this could be put on the charger, but you guys are obviously going to see that, so you won't know what I meant. Thank you for joining me on this live stream setup adventure. That's what we got now. So thank you for checking out the video. Like, comment, subscribe, share, favorite, all that stuff. Keep post notifications on, and I'll try to upload more on here as I find some elevators or something to film. I'm a one-man show, so it can be difficult, but I will try my best, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye, guys.